Hey everybody, Celina Pompeani here at Armida Stone and Cranberry, and we're getting ready for another episode of From the Top, and today I am so excited to have Abby Cunningham with us. She is a fabulous interior designer, and she is the owner of Arose Interior. It's so great to have you here, Abby, and we match.
Thank you.
Look at us in our green.
Yes,
for the holiday season.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. We're so excited to talk to you about your brand and your company. So tell me all about Arose and how you got started in the industry.
Absolutely. I started my business actually about 8 years ago when I have 3 boys, and when they were young, started as Cunningham Interiors. And prior to that, I went to IUP and studied interior design. So I've always been in the industry, truly is a passion of mine, and I absolutely love what I get to do every day. So when my children were young, I was trying to do the whole mom working at home thing. And
it's a lot.
It is a lot, especially with 3 young boys. So I took a little pause, hit the pause button for a little while, and just decided to be the mom to my boys when they were younger. But enough was enough, and I
missed it.
And I did. I really missed it. So I did a rebranding a few years ago. Started back up again on my own, and created Arose. I'm Abby Rose Cunningham. So
I love it.
that is how Arose started.
And you've always been interested in this, even when you were young, it seems.
Yes. I was always rearranging my furniture in my bedroom. Changing paint colors or putting up new posters. That was like the thing when we were young.
Yeah. I was so many posters.
Always changing things in my room. It was something I always knew I wanted to get into, but I wasn't quite sure exactly how until I found the program at IUP. So I just hit the ground running then.
How old are your boys now? Is it more manageable with their schedule? I know they're getting a little bit older.
Absolutely not.
No?
We're at the age now where my oldest is 14, so he's really the one that's involved with multiple activities and sports.
Yeah.
We're a big, huge sports family, very active, but we're waiting. I think he is more than my husband and I, counting down the days till he gets his license.
I was going to say he's close.
Yes, he'll be 15 in January, so we've got a little bit of time.
And then he could ride the 2 younger ones around.
Maybe. If they pay him, is what he said.
I like the way they're thinking. Okay.
Yeah. He is my entrepreneurial spirit. Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So my oldest is 15. I should say our oldest is 15. We have a middle son who is 12, going to be 12, and my youngest is 9.
Very cool.
Yeah,
well,
we're busy.
Yeah, you are very busy.
For sure.
Wow, looking at how you've rebranded everything, and you do a lot of work, beautiful work. I was creeping all morning on your Instagram page. You do residential and commercial?
Mainly residential
Mainly
work.
residential.
Yes. I really started my career when I was younger working with a lot of builders in the North Hills area. So I would do projects and work on spec work, and that really sort of jump-started my career working with new homeowners and word of mouth and referrals.
Oh.
So I've been a North Hills girl.
Wow.
I tried the South.
Didn't work. It's the North or the South?
It is, yes.
Or
I
the
crossed
East or the
those. I crossed those rivers.
Oh my gosh.
And I realized my roots are here in the North Hills. So
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. And I'm sure it would be fun working with so many different types of people since you do a lot of residential. I'm sure you deal with a lot of different ideas, and people have different, ideas of what they want in their home.
Yeah, absolutely. I do have my own personal style, but ultimately as a designer working with clients, we are to provide professional support and opinions and guidance through a project, but ultimately allowing our clients' own personal style to shine.
Oh, yes.
So I wouldn't necessarily say there's a style to my work.
That's what I was going to ask. What is your style?
Yeah, I like to incorporate it, but ultimately it's my client's home and their personal spaces that mean the most. So I really do like to use a lot of natural elements. I feel like they make a home really comfortable and livable and warm, but we could certainly make a twist and make it more modern or a little bit edgier. We could pull in some more details, more moldings and trims to really provide more customization to a home as well. So I like to pull in natural elements when possible. Again, just for those reasons, but it all depends on my client's personal style.
Now, does that have anything to do with your love of outdoors or nature?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I grew up on 3 acres of property that bordered
wow.
North Park. So I was always like the girl in the woods. I didn't have a neighborhood. Our neighbors weren't super close at the time. So I spent a lot of time outdoors. I would go hiking, do trail runs, and I actually would walk down to the North Park ice skating rink from where we lived. So I'd meet some friends down there, which has really carried me in through, my adult life with my husband and my family. We have an RV. We love to go camping, and I really love the inspiration that the outdoors brings for me. Not just professionally, but also, emotionally and personally for myself.
Oh, yeah.
It's a refresh and a reset.
Oh, I can imagine. Just off the top of your head, I know you've done so many different projects. What would be some of the most memorable that they were, just simply your favorite ones to work on?
Oh, there was a project that I worked on in Mount Lebanon where we really transformed the entire first floor of a home. And the way the family really came together, especially having an open concept where the kitchen was open to the great room, it really provided my clients with a new sense of family and entertaining when they could have family over, for events. I really feel that having that sense of community, especially now over the last couple of years, is really important. We need it.
Yeah.
So having the ability to really transform someone's home and their lifestyle and how they live in a home, I think is super rewarding as a designer.
Yes.
So that there was a large project that really stood out for me, but I put a lot of time and effort into the small details of projects. So I really feel like all of them are truly important to me. I wouldn't say one stands out more so than the other, but they're certainly rewarding opportunities.
What are some of your favorite rooms to design? Like, do you like to focus more on kitchens or living spaces or bathrooms or all of the above?
I'll tell you what's really fun. I truly love my job, but what's really fun, I would say, are kids' rooms.
Oh.
Where they're
not
the typical, we need to do our kitchen, we need to redo our master bathroom. It's more on like, what's the return on investment at some point. But I feel like children's rooms are really special and really personal. And when given the opportunity, they could be really, really fun.
What about your boys?
Oh, we don't.
I guess they're in the teenage years.
We don't go in their rooms.
Oh no.
It's funny. As far as my own home, everyone says, "Oh, I can't wait to see your house." My home is the last house that gets decorated, rearranged, updated.
You're doing it all day, every day.
And then I have a hard time making selections in our own home because I see so many things.
Oh, I would too. See,
Yeah.
I need you in my life, Abby, because I don't have an eye for design at all.
I see too many things.
It's tough.
My husband is very handy and has done a lot of the work around our home. So we make a really great team to a point.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
So
yes.
when a customer approaches you, when they want to work with you, if they have no idea really what they're going into, is that when you could take over and say, I got it under control, and you could present different ideas?
Absolutely. I think
nice.
Especially in this world that we're living with a lot of social media and exposure to so many different installations, home styles, color palettes, that it can be really overwhelming for a homeowner, to kind of hone in on what they like or what works best in their home. A lot of times we're seeing a lot of these inspiration photos that look fantastic, but maybe they're just not right for your space. So hiring a designer, having somebody on your side and on your team to really guide you as to what works best for you and your home really is very helpful and makes some of those selections a little bit easier to make. So if somebody were to reach out and ask for services, we really want to hone in more so on maybe style, your preferences, color schemes. And it's, I tell clients all the time, it's really like peeling back those layers of an onion, really getting down and dirty as to, what you really like, what really drives the space, those types of questions that would help us narrow down those selections.
Oh, yeah. And what about working with Armina Stone? Tell me about your relationship.
Oh, Armina, they've been great. I will say Armina actually installed some countertops in my own home.
Oh.
Way back when Cheswick was the one and only. So we're going back some time. It's like the OG.
I know, it is. It's the OG of all of them.
It is the OG. So they were wonderful just from a personal experience in my own home that I have since, really been sourcing the slabs and the materials for existing projects as well. With the addition of the Robinson location, which is absolutely gorgeous.
I know. And then this one, it's like, they keep going.
I know. This is awesome. And really just to be able to have great events here as well. It's a great networking opportunity, another, source for community involvement as well. So from my experience with Armina, I recently just finished up a job. I just want to mention it because it touched my heart. We just finished up a kitchen project, and it was a dear client of mine who is a mother of 7.
A mother of 7?
Bless her, a mother of 7.
Wow.
And her husband has been deployed for 3 months. He's actually returning next week. So over that time, we did some new painting, we got some new flooring, we just really did a nice upgrade. She said it's a nice surprise when he gets home to have a fresh space to come home to.
So he hasn't seen anything yet.
He hasn't seen anything. We just put the new tops in, but right off the bat, knowing that we had a deadline based on his deployment, my sales rep, John, said, absolutely, we're going to pass along a military discount. We would love to be able to help service her and her husband and her family. So just right off the bat.
I want to be there for that moment.
I know.
Could we invite ourselves over?
Yes. Well,
that's beautiful.
We'd have to check with the 7 kids and all their schedules. But
my gosh.
Yes, but it was just a wonderful, no questions asked, and offered just a little bit of assistance for his services. So it was a really great place to be
cool.
in. Yeah.
Very cool. How many people do you have working with you?
So I just recently hired another assistant this past year. But she does a lot of the technical CAD work for tile installations, floor plans, and layouts, and it's me.
You do it all.
Do it all.
Wow. What's your favorite part about this job? I'm sure stories like the beautiful one you just told me are moments that stand out.
I really like to be hands-on. So I like working with my hands and really being involved. So if there's an opportunity for me to make something or install something, I really like to be included in the project with those special touches. I think transforming, even like building a space or, providing a homeowner with a renovation plan is really like the transformation of something existing into something totally new, and having that creative vision is really
rewarding.
Thank you.
More than rewarding.
It is. I couldn't say it. It's definitely more than rewarding.
I love it.
It's a blessing
to
do what I do. Yeah.
Well, even we were talking before we got in here about the importance of, social media and getting your brand out there. And there's a lot to keep up with. So I love your Instagram page. I was honestly on there all morning just scrolling through everything. Because
I'm behind.
You're not.
I need a social media person.
If anyone's listening out there. No, but even how is it keeping up with that? Because you have a busy job as it is, and with your family, and then trying to post, it's like, it's a lot to keep up with.
It is a lot. And you had mentioned maybe I hire one of my boys to do it.
I know.
I need somebody technically advanced.
You really do. I just got my dad a TikTok. I run the TikTok though. So anytime he wants to post something, like he was at the Steelers game a couple nights ago and he said, "Here, I'm going to send you this video." So I I said, okay, let me get on your account. So the boys
Maybe that's
can do it.
where I start. Yeah. It's a great opportunity, really being able to see other designers in the area, what's sort of up and coming, what are new trends, and being able to see what's out there. It's a double-edged sword. There's, being on your own and being, an entrepreneur, you're constantly evaluating yourself, doubting yourself if this is the right decision, or comparing to other designers because it's such a visual field. But at the end of the day, you have to really be confident in your decisions, and your relationships that you're building with your clients are really important too.
Now, the holidays are here, which I can't believe. And I can just imagine that your home would look so beautifully decorated. Do you enjoy decorating for the holidays?
I do. I will say, my husband, if he's listening, I'm normally the one that does the lights.
My mom does everything.
I do the lights outside.
My dad doesn't help it. Well, he tries, but then he gets frustrated and leaves.
Yes. We have extension cords all over the place, but I really enjoy. I enjoy the holiday season. I try to make it for the kids. Yeah.
That is so funny. My mom has put the lights on our outdoor area by herself for years.
I'm not afraid of heights. Me and my neighbor across the street, she gets out there with her ladder. We both do the outdoor lights.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have any upcoming projects that you're excited to get started on that are just brewing?
I am. I'm actually working on 2 new construction projects here in the North Hills. So I love diving in and starting from scratch, so to speak, with new construction. I try to keep everything organized. It's very overwhelming for a homeowner. So to see all of these selections that we make, say, now in November, December, finally come in, hopefully on time.
I was just going to say, that's another challenging part. Things are just behind still.
Yes, and to wait so long for something to come in. By the time you've made all of these selections, you forget what you picked last year. So it's almost like Christmas again when you move into your home and you see what you've selected months prior. So those are really great projects for me coming up that I'm really excited to be working on.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What about the future of Arose? What are some of your goals moving into the new year? Can't believe 2021's almost over.
I can't believe it either. So 2022, I'm really hoping to fine-tune processes and procedures. And I'd love to really be able to bring my design style into more service areas for more charity events. I have a little idea brewing. I don't want to spill too much.
Oh, yes.
But
we'll bring you back.
It's a give back opportunity that I love to put in the works. It didn't make it off the ground this year, but I'm going to set a goal for 2022. That's a good goal
for 2022.
Having a designer is really a great service. It's not for everyone, and not everyone can really partake in the opportunity. So one of my goals is to be able to give back either service or materials some way, somehow next year. That's the plan.
That's a great goal. I love that.
Yeah, give back.
Are there any trends right now, or even looking into the new year, with kitchens and baths and natural stone that you've been seeing or can share?
Yes, I see more and more color.
Lots of color.
Yeah, less and less of the grays. However, those black tones are really becoming really popular, and I think they'll always stay very classic.
That's what I love too.
They can lend themselves more modern and kind of edgy in style.
Yep.
But again, very soft and classic in, say, more of a neutral palette. So I really see black still staying a constant.
This is my fave. I love it. But I like to hear that about the colors.
Yeah, little pops of color. A lot of homeowners really enjoy just the soft neutral palettes with little pops here and there, whether that's furnishings, whether that's a wallpapered accent wall, tile, something kind of fun. In countertops, though, I do see a lot more visual interest, a little edgy.
Ooh.
Especially on a kitchen island. You know, it really has become the hub in the center, you know, focal point in kitchens. It's where we entertain. It's where the kids do the homework. if I'm being practical, that's how we are. So it really has become the island a really great focal point, in introducing new, you know, workstations that really become more like entertaining, you know, units on the island. So I'm seeing a little bit more quartzite, a little bit more
very popular,
and honed finishes. I think a lot of people are really gravitating towards more of that truly natural looking honed stone.
Yeah, and that goes into your whole design, right? With incorporating nature and real elements into a home.
Absolutely. You know, whether it's the right installation or not, as far as location, a lot of clients are liking full height backsplash as well.
I love it too.
Especially if you have a really great hood and you can showcase a gorgeous stone behind there.
I just saw one on your website that I loved. And was it wood?
The hood?
The hood.
Oh, probably.
I
like
loved
suspended.
it. Yeah, that was it.
Really cool.
It was on your site today when I was looking. I loved it.
Yeah. Thank you.
It was beautiful. I mean, everything on your website I loved. So is that, if somebody wanted to contact you, would you suggest reaching out online?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Our website, aroseinteriors.com. At the bottom, there's a form, a contact form. Give us a little bit of info about yourself, what you're looking for, and it just sort of helps us with that introductory phone call to find out a little bit more about your project.
I love it.
Yeah.
And one more question I have for you, Abby. Okay. And I already have answered it in my head because I think you're fantastic.
Thank you.
But for somebody listening who may be, you know, interested in working with you or contacting you, what would you say to them that makes you stand out, that really, you know?
I would say probably my fun personality.
I think so too.
I think, you know, we're working with really important details in a job, but it doesn't have to be super serious all the time. I like to have fun. I send really quirky, goofy, like emojis and GIFs via text. In fact, my friends, they know I send my GIFs.
I love them too.
As a response. So I try to have fun. I really try to make the process as comfortable and inviting and, you know, flexible for my clients. Ultimately, while really portraying what their own personal style is.
Wow, I would certainly work with you.
Fun,
I will be calling you one day whenever I need your services.
Well, fantastic.
Yes.
So I do want to thank you for having me today.
Yes.
And I know that you recently got married.
I did.
I was not on the invite list, and that's okay.
I think it got lost.
It must have.
You know the mail these days.
I know, super slow these days, so I apologize. I was not there to
goodness.
Celebrate with you, but just a small gift to
Abby.
Say congratulations to you and Mac. Yes.
That is so wonderful. Thank you so much.
So
Should
welcome.
I open it?
Well, sure.
Okay. I'm going to open it. Unless it's something that I should not be opening, Abby. I'm excited.
Oh, it's small.
Out of all the people, the wonderful people we've had in here, you're the first one to bring me a gift.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm excited.
Who doesn't like gifts, right?
Right.
Well, I mean.
I love this. Mr. Wright, here, let's move this, and Mrs. Wright. Abby, this is so wonderful. Not only do we love coffee, I will be using this all day, every day, but Mac and I have aprons that say Mr. Wright and Mrs. Wright,
perfect.
always right.
Always right.
So cute. I love it. Abby, thank you so much. That was so sweet of you.
You're welcome.
I know you love singing, so we got to sing before you go.
I'm not good at harmonizing, so it'll just be.
You should do it solo because you sang before we came on here and it was great.
Oh my gosh, this is pressure.
I know. I'll do it with you. I'll be quiet. Okay, I'll count us down.
Count
Ready?
us down. Yep. Great.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, Amina Stone.
I try to go softer because you're so good, Abby Cunningham.
Thanks for
Arose
having me.
Interiors. Thanks for coming on.